top-down approach, we already went with what? Recursive descent parsing. There what happens? It will start using recursive procedures to scan the input. Also there is an backtracking. To avoid that, we are need to study about what? Predictive parser. Here no recursive, okay, and there is no backtracking also. To understand this predictive parser, we already went with two functions that are first function and follow function. Just go with the previous videos. Okay, so now, and we need to understand LL1 grammar. The LL1 grammar is a type of a predictive parser. Here no backtracking, where LL1 is nothing but what? The first L, it will scans the input from left to right. The second L indicates what? Produce what? Leftmost derivations. Means always top-down parsing is always produces what? Leftmost derivation only. And one is nothing but here what indicates input symbol of look ahead. So one input symbol we are considering here. Okay, so how we need to create the predictive parser table to get the parse tree. Okay, so we're going to understand. Now if I consider the grammar like this is the grammar. Okay, so by applying the first and follow function, this I calculated in the previous video. Just go through it, how I written the first functions and follow functions for the given grammar. Then only you're going to understand what? LL1 parse table. Okay, so now the first thing is what? Why we need to construct this? The parse, by considering the parse table, we can create the parse tree. Okay, so now if I consider here E, okay, see what are the first of E here? The first of E is what? ID and open brace. I need to consider what? ID and open brace. Okay, where always the first of E is producing ID or a open brace, that will be produced by one production. That production is nothing but what? E tends to TE dash. Okay, so here I will write E tends to TE dash here and E tends to TE dash. Okay, next if I consider first of E dash, the first of E dash will be what? Plus comma epsilon. Means always what happens? E dash will start producing either first symbol, that is first of E dash, either it will produce plus symbol or an epsilon. By using which production? Plus TE dash. By using this only it will produce, right? So on this particular terminal symbol, okay, I will start writing the production as E dash tends to plus TE dash plus TE dash, but here no epsilon symbol, here no epsilon symbol. Okay, so that time what happens? The epsilon means what? It will start, we need to use in where? To invisibilize your non-terminals. So because of that, means what? We need to, once epsilon comes, we need to use the follow of E dash symbols. Okay, it means what? If I consider like this, A tends to alpha or epsilon. What is first of A? The first of A will be alpha and epsilon. It means what? You can write A tends to alpha in first of A, that is where is alpha is present. Once you consider A of epsilon, means A tends to epsilon, means where you need to write? Where is the follow of A? You need to write the follow of A, where you can write the A tends to epsilon. But where you need to write A tends to alpha, you should write in first of A. So please keep this in your mind. Okay, this is very important. It means what? Whenever you are writing the A tends to alpha or A tends to epsilon, A tends to alpha must be written in first of A. If in first of A, if you are considering alpha, then fine. If you are considering epsilon, okay, so means that time what you need to write? That epsilon means what? You need to write the epsilon symbol in follow of A. I will show you how it will be. Now the first of A dash, the first of E dash is what? Plus. There I wrote here E dash tends to plus t E dash. Okay, so now when we want to write one more symbol is what? First of E dash is epsilon. Is there any non-terminals? Is there any terminals over here? No. That time I can write E dash tends to epsilon in follow of E dash. The follow of E dash will be what? Dollar and closing brace. There I can write E dash tends to epsilon, and where it is, one more thing is in closing brace. That is E dash tends to closing brace. There we need to write. Okay. Now if I consider the next production, T tends to F T dash. What we need to do? We need to go with what? First of F. The first of F will be what? First of F will be what? First of F. The first of F will be what? ID and opening brace. There we can write whatever this particular production, that is here and here. That is E, that is T tends to F T dash, and one more is what? T tends to F T dash. Is there any epsilon in front of T? No. Then don't go with the follow of T. Okay. Now T dash tends to star F T dash or epsilon, means the T dash, the first of T dash will be either star or epsilon. But what we need to understand, where we need to write this particular production? Only in star. So now the T dash will be, the T dash tends to star F T dash. Here I wrote. Then where we need to write this T dash tends to epsilon in the follow of T dash. The follow of T dash will contains what? T dash tends to epsilon. Then where here T dash tends to, where is this? Here it will be epsilon, right? Sorry, this will be epsilon. Here T dash tends to epsilon, and one more is what? T dash tends to epsilon. Understood? Now where we need to write first of F, the first of F will be present in first of ID. So where I will write F will be F tends to ID I will write, and one more is what? First of F will be, one more is what? Opening brace. There I can write F tends to E. So like this we need to create the predictive parsing table. By using this we need to create the parse tree. How it will be, we're going to study in the next videos. Try to understand this properly, and don't forget this. If we are having alpha, then directly you need to write first of A, this particular production. If it is, once we come with the epsilon, means you need to write this A tends to epsilon in follow of A. Thank you.